that tea bag sitting in your cupboard right now? There is a real chance it has never been independently checked for what's actually in it. Canadians drink close to 12 billion cups of tea a year, treating it as the safe, wholesome alternative to everything else in the beverage aisle. Here is what we're going to do. I'm going to show you which of Canada's most trusted tea brands have been independently tested and failed. And then I'm going to show you the 3 that actually earn a spot in your cupboard. Stay until the end. Every brand on this list, villain and hero alike, is measured against the same yardstick. Has this tea's pesticide status ever been independently verified by government standard lab testing or by real organic certification? Not a logo, verified. Let's start with the brand that isn't even trying to sell you a story. Number 6. No name. No brand mystique, no heritage claim. Just the cheapest tea on the shelf, made for Loblaw. CBC Marketplace sent Canada's most popular teas to an accredited lab in 2013, using the same method the CFIA itself uses. And No Name's tea came back with more than 10 pesticide residues. Open the box and smell the leaf. Flat, dusty, almost no aroma, a sign nobody paid attention to what went into growing it. That matters most for students, seniors on fixed incomes, families stretching a grocery budget. To be fair, Loblaw runs a genuinely certified organic line under the same roof, just not this one. Spending more doesn't always buy a cleaner cup either. A name that tries hard to sound like royalty. Number 5. Twinings. Twinings has been owned by Associated British Foods, the conglomerate that also owns Primark, since 1964. That same CBC test found pesticide residues in Twinings' tea, and a 2014 Greenpeace India investigation found highly hazardous Class 1B pesticides in tea from the same Assam region Twinings and other British brands draw from. Steep a bag and smell it before the milk goes in. Heritage tin aside, it's often indistinguishable from a bargain blend, because at that price point, it frequently is one. To its credit, some Twinings specialty lines do carry Rainforest Alliance certification, just not the everyday black tea most Canadians buy. Assam is about to come up again, under very different pressure. The second biggest tea name in the world, and a fixture in Canadian kitchens for generations. Number 4. Tetley. Tetley is owned by Tata Consumer Products. In the CBC test, Tetley's tea contained 18 pesticides, 3 above Canada's legal limit, including chlorphenapyr, which can damage the nervous system for up to 2 weeks after exposure. Rub some dry leaf between your fingers. If it crumbles instantly to dust, that's lower-grade fannings, often from the same high pesticide estates. In 2014, Columbia Law School's Human Rights Institute documented forced labor-level conditions on Tata-supplied Assam plantations, roughly $2 a day, malnutrition, wage deductions, trapping families on the estate. Tata has since piloted biopesticide programs. A start, though no public retest confirms results. Speaking of household names everyone assumed were being watched, this one hurts a little more because it's actually ours. Number 3. King Cole. King Cole has been blended in Sussex, New Brunswick, by the same family-owned company, Barbers, since 1867. That Canadian story is real. But in the same CBC test, King Cole came back with what investigators called incredibly high pesticide levels, including monocrotophos, a chemical acutely toxic to humans and birds, phased out in dozens of countries. Open the box and smell the leaf. A fresh, well-made black tea smells rich and malty. Flat or musty means it's been sitting a while. This one is for Atlantic Canadians who buy King Cole specifically because it's local, not one of the multinationals already covered. Barbers is a real, independent, century-old company. There's simply no evidence the sourcing has been retested since. Being family-owned didn't protect King Cole, and it won't protect the biggest names still coming. This is where the numbers stop being close calls. Number 2. Uncle Lee's Legends of China. Uncle Lee's green tea came back with 22 pesticide residues in that CBC test, 6 above the legal limit, the worst result of any brand tested, including endosulfan, banned or restricted in more than 80 countries. 22 is not a typo. Steep it and taste it. A metallic, bitter edge instead of a clean, grassy note often means lower-grade leaf grown under exactly this kind of heavy spraying. This lands on anyone who picked Uncle Lee's for being more traditional and authentic than mainstream grocery aisle brands. To be fair, Uncle Lee's now also sells separate USDA organic lines that weren't part of this test. But the standard green tea most people buy is the one that failed. Asked about it, the VP called pesticides just the fact of life in tea. No correction, just a shrug. Keep that in mind, because the next brand is the one every Canadian household actually trusts. The single most recognized tea name in Canada, sitting in more cupboards than every other brand on this list combined. Number 1. Lipton. Not 10 pesticides like No Name. Not 18 like Tetley. Not 22 like Uncle Lee's. Lipton didn't need the worst numbers to do the most damage. It just needed to be the name in the most cupboards in the country. Here's what most Canadians don't know. Lipton isn't even owned by a tea company anymore. Unilever sold it in 2022 to CVC Capital Partners, a private equity firm. And as of this spring, CVC has pumped an emergency 210 million euros into the business to avoid a debt restructuring. Lipton now carries more than 3 billion euros in debt. Revenue is down roughly 20% since the sale, and S&P has warned of a possible liquidity crisis within the year. Lipton also showed pesticide residues in that same CBC test, and its pyramid bags are exactly the kind McGill University found release up to 11.6 billion plastic microparticles into a single cup. Run your fingers over one of those silky bags. That smooth, plasticky feel is the giveaway. Real cloth or paper feels rougher. Pesticide residues, plastic in your cup, a private equity owner needing emergency cash to keep the lights on. 3 betrayals, 1 box, and here's the twist. Red Rose, the one brand in that same 2013 test that came back completely clean, sits in that exact same corporate family today. Same test, same parent, opposite result. Clean tea was possible even for a giant. Lipton just didn't do it. Now here is the hero list. Accessible, Pluck Tea. Pluck Tea started in a Toronto kitchen in 2012, founded by tea sommelier Jennifer Commons to fix the terrible tea being served in restaurants. Every certified organic Pluck blend is verified annually by ProCert, an independent Canadian certifier, audited, not just claimed. And its bags are compostable and petroleum plastic free. Open a bag of their organic green tea, and you can actually see whole rice kernels and real citrus peel, not just dust. The pick for anyone who wants a verified answer without paying specialty shop prices. Mid-range Camellia sinensis. Camellia sinensis opened as a single Montreal tea house in 1998 and is still run by its founding partners today. Its organic teas are certified by EcoCert Canada, and its buyers travel to the gardens every year to build direct relationships with growers, the opposite of blending anonymous imported leaf. Steep one of their single-origin oolongs and the aroma alone tells you this isn't leaf that sat in a warehouse for 2 years. This is for anyone who wants to know exactly which mountain their tea came from, not just which continent. Premium Tea Leaves. Tea Leaves has been blending in Vancouver since 1994 and now supplies 5-star hotels and Michelin-recognized kitchens worldwide. Its bags are fully home compostable, addressing the exact plastic problem we found in Lipton's pyramid bags, and much of its collection sources from organic farms. Though not every blend carries full certification, so check the tin. Open one, and the botanicals look and smell like something plucked yesterday, not packed a year ago. The pick for anyone who wants the best cup in the house and will pay hotel restaurant prices for it. Every claim in this video comes from CBC Marketplace's 2013 to 2014 independent lab testing, Health Canada, and CFIA pesticide survey data, the 2019 McGill University microplastic study, Columbia Law School's Human Rights Institute report on Assam tea plantations, Greenpeace India's pesticide testing, 2026 financial reporting on Lipton teas and infusions, Bloomberg Financial Times, and each brand's own ownership and certification records. Tea is supposed to be the simple, safe choice, the drink you make when you're not thinking about food safety at all. You deserve a cup that actually earns that trust, not one that just borrows it. Drop your everyday tea brand in the comments. I want to know what's actually steeping in Canadian kitchens right now.